Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 400, the regular season finale for the Sprite Cup Series. Let's take a look at your drivers to watch for. Kyle Busch starts on pole for today's race. He's virtually locked in the playoffs with his win in the Sprite 400 at Houston Motorsports Park earlier this season. He's virtually locked in the playoffs. Alex Bowman looking for a good points day, as right now he's sitting outside the top 16. Eric Jones and Ryan Blaney starting alongside each other for the day's race. Hopefully they don't get into some beef with each other like they did at Michigan, at Martinsville, and Charlotte. And Daniel Suarez returns to NASCAR. He's also hoping for a good points day to make it into the playoffs. Although we're not going to know, although we're going to have to see what NASCAR will say about that, if NASCAR will allow him to be in the playoffs, should he make the playoffs. And now, it's time for the command. Gentlemen, start your engines! Car is fired up and roll off for 10 laps around this historic 2.5 mile. Now let's look at the starting lineup. On the front row is the Kyle and Kyle show. Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson. Then we have Darrell Wells Jr. and Alex Bowman. And we have William Byron looking for a good points day to make it into the playoffs. And Paul Menard also looking for a good points day. And we have Eric Jones and Ryan Blaney. And we have Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch. And we have Daniel Suarez making his return to the Sprite Cup Series and Chase Elliott. And we have Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski. We have Roush teammates Ryan Newman and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And we have Martin Truex Jr. and Austin Dillon. Towards the back, we got Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer. At the field, we got Joey Logano and Eric Almirola. As they head into turn 3, the crowd is on its feet. We're ready to go racing. One more race to go before the playoffs. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at the Brickyard. Kyle Busch going to try to jump out to a lead. Larson to his outside. Here comes Paul Menard now with Alex Bowman. Now Alex Bowman will fight for the lead against Kyle Busch. Now here comes Kurt Busch, his brother, along with Austin Dillon. And around goes Daniel Suarez down the backstretch. Caution is out. Take a look at what happened. We just stepped out. We got a tap from Ryan Newman. But he's going to be able to drive it away. He'll get service on his car. Stop right for him. He'll restart in the back. And we're ready to go back green flag racing. Kyle Busch will still be your leader for this next restart. Green flag! Austin Dillon will now take the lead. Now Kurt Busch takes the lead along with Darrell Wells Jr. there in second. Oh, Kyle Busch goes for a slide. Caution's back out. Let's take a look. Oh, we just got a tap from behind by William Byron. He'll get his car going. That's a tough break for him. He'll restart in the back. Anyway, we are ready to go green flag racing with just 3 laps to go here at the Brickyard. Kurt Busch will be your new leader for this next restart. Green flag! Oh! Massive pile up on the restart. Caution's back out. Oh my goodness. William Byron. Heavy damage to that 24 car. Let's take a look. Oh, Byron just got in the back of Austin Dillon, got him loose. And Byron able to drive it away. Let's take a look at it again. Yeah, Byron just gets into the back of Austin Dillon, getting him really loose. Takes another 4 cars with them. Again, heavy damage to that 24 car of William Byron, but they are not giving up. They're going to have to do some major repairs to that car. And they're going to need to have a good result if they want to put that car in the playoffs. And there's a lot of cleanup that's going to have to be done before we can go back green flag racing. So NASCAR has put out the red flag. And there you see William Byron's crew hands off the car because, remember the rule, you cannot work on your car under red flag condition. The track is pretty much blocked in the short chute of turns 1 and 2. So NASCAR obligated to throw out the red and halt these cars to clean up the mess. That's a tough break for all of them. And there's Burt Cam. He had a front row seat to the action. Come on. Turn around and face the camera. Oh, he did! Anyway. Great camera angles provided by YouTube Burt Cam. But anyway. The red flag has now been lifted. We are back under yellow flag condition, and there you see William Byron's crew continuing work on that car. And it looks like the damage is too much for them to repair, so they're pushing that car behind the wall. Any chances of getting into the playoffs for William Byron are up in smoke. That was a long cleanup, and after that cleanup, we are ready to go racing in overtime. 2 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. Kurt Busch will still be your leader for this restart. Down the long front stretch, and he'll take the green flag, and Larson will take the lead. Now here comes Darrell Wallace Jr. going to try to make something happen. White flag now in the air. As he goes into turns 3 and 4, Kyle Larson will punch his ticket to the playoffs. He wins the Brickyard 400. Kyle Larson has had bad luck all season. And now, he'll get to burn it down here at the Brickyard, as his team will kiss the bricks. Here are your final results. Kyle Larson finally able to get that win to punch his ticket to the playoffs. Darrell Wallace Jr. with a strong 2nd place finish. Denny Hamlin with a strong 4th place finish. Let's scroll down to the rest of the finishing order. William Byron, Paul Menard, Alex Bowman. Every car that wrecked, their hopes of making the playoffs, gone. All except for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He should be okay. And to find out who made the playoffs, here are your point standings after today. Ryan Blaney will now take over the point lead as Brad Keselowski falls back to 4th. There you see Stenhouse Jr., the final car that makes the playoffs. Kyle Larson moves from 18th to 13th. So he is now in playoff contention. As there you see Paul Menard, William Byron. They were above the cutoff last week, but just couldn't make the mark. They are out. Alex Bowman falls back to 22nd. And Daniel Suarez not making the playoffs. So it's not going to matter. So his injury basically doesn't matter anymore. And the first race of the playoffs, next week. The O'Reilly Auto Parts 500 at Texas Motor Speedway. And here is the playoff grid. An easier way to see who made the playoffs. Hope you enjoyed this race. That's it from me. Peace. Brandon Gomez in the booth, signing out.